Okay, so let's go. I mean, start with all the alts in alphabetical order. So on weekly, I think we have to just see one thing: who is very close to the low. At this moment, in my point of view, I think the focus has to be BTC. I covered in previous session that those levels are important. The alts might move here and there, but I don't think any coin diverging consistently like Luna did. But even Luna is in trouble. By the way, okay, I don't want to digress. Let me stick to it. But there is one update. So Alice, let's look at Alice. So yellow was added, then it broke below. This was support. This is a trend line. It went above, and now it's broken above. Broken. I didn't change for a reason. I could have, because this trend line changes when the now this is the level, and now you can say this is a support. But purposefully I didn't change it, because if you keep on doing, what will happen is you will end up with a horizontal line, and I didn't want to do that. What I wanted to keep this one, because to me this it had touched this one for first time, touched the second time. So I want to keep this line. That's why for all the coins we have this yellow line, and we haven't changed it for a reason. Even there was a false breakdown. Sometimes you have to get out, get in, but fine. But to me, this doesn't change. Now you see it has come down again. And from where? S3. So it rejected from S3. So that's not good. This is the yellow for Atom. It's again on edge, right? Very clear. Should keep the same color. Actually, I have drawn this. Should draw from here. My bad. This is more longer term trend line I added for AVAX. Anyways, so required level. It reached to the required level, but not. You see the importance of required level. The importance of required level from a trend point of view. See, there is short-term opportunity. Fine. This required level is super important. Okay, even in this case it broke above the trend line. The trend line, we track it, it broke above. Now you can say it has landed here. It has landed here, so this is a kind of a throwback, right? Retest, and could go up. Yeah, why not? So it is possible. It is possible. But yeah, it's still above the yellow, which is fine. But this is proven how critical this required level. This is for long-term strategy. This green levels are long-term strategy, right? Otherwise, short-term there is always something. BNB, uh, similar thing. It's still near this level, so not. It's just a consolidation going on. Compared to other coin, it's more stable. That's the only thing I could say about BNB. Grow up, it's still going down. So this is not a higher high. So still this is moving sideways, more in sideway movement, but still here also you can draw a yellow line like this, but it's not going to give much of an information. But yeah, let's do it since we're doing for other coin. There's nothing for, no opportunity for CRO. Doge was tricky. Doge pump and dump. Doge was tricky. See, this was a false breakout. So that's the thing. This is like even on daily, this was like false. It didn't close above, or it did. It did. No, it didn't. Let me see. Kind of an edge case. What can I do? Perfect one. Yeah, not convincing for sure. Yeah, for it broke above for sure, but anyways, it didn't stay long. That's why the trend on a weekly is so super important. People, I mean, we would appreciate when we look at this one. See, no matter, even if you are a short term trader, I believe that you need to have visible, I would say, understanding of weekly time frame. Okay, whether you like it or not, whether you prefer it or not, I would always suggest that you always need to look at weekly, because to me, even if you're a short term trader, the even for short term trade, it's important in my point of view, because this kind of a level gives you, I mean, there is always a major resistance when you refer this weekly time frame resistance and support. Anyways, what we can say about Doge is it's now continuing with this rejection, but this is not deep in terms of, this correction is not deep enough, which which would cause worry in my point of view, unless it starts doing like this, then it would be really bad. But this candle doesn't prove anything. I mean, this is not something we would like to see, but I would say unless it breaks below 0.13, there's nothing to worry on a weekly time frame. 0.13, yeah, that should be the level. So this is bad, but not the worst. So it could retry again and go up. And once in this case, the point of rejection that you see here, to me, that's the most important. If it can break above, I know there are resistance and all. So ultimately required level is this is, but S1, it has to break above S1. Then it will change the direction. This is a confirmation is required here. The trend lines can be drawn in different ways, though. You see, I can draw from here as well, and I can draw from here as well. Everything is valid. Everything is valid. Anyway, so that's why these levels are important. What do we see here? DOT, very similar to Bitcoin, as I used to say. Still, it landed on S2. For DOT, that's the limit. EGLD rejected by the support, S1 support. Now it is supported by S2, right? So kind of on edge also, because this is on yellow. It's not perfect. No, it's not perfect. It's not fitting well. Mm. Anyways, so we would like EGLE to be here clearly. Ethereum is, look at this one. Now tell me why it is important, required level, right? Why it is important? Because of this. Because of this. Why what do I have here? So this is something. This is S1. Yeah, let me make it bolder. So it's breaking below S1. Not good. but it hasn't closed below S1, right? So it's just it's on S1 at this moment. Also came close here, flux, but not quite able to break above. So this is still, this is a typical tendency that you will see, that it will try to go and touch. So now you can draw a trend line as well. Actually here you can draw a trend line with different color orange. You can draw a trend line and say, can you draw a break above this trend line? So that will give you the first entry, and then ultimately this one. FTM also rejected. So I kept this yellow, as I mentioned earlier, for a reason, because this was a support, of course, and then broke below. It this is called pullback. This is a real term for pullback. Okay, if you formal people say pullback, I don't know. Even in CNBC and all, I'm not saying they're wrong, but this is that they're calling this as a pullback. I don't know why they call pullback. The formal definition of pullback is when support is broken and then it goes up like that. This behavior is called pullback. I am not trying to be picky about the terms, but anyways, this is pullback. Um, anyway, so pullback failed, right? But sometime it reaches here and take a U-turn and try here. So it could make a new pattern from here on. So it come next week and then and then go up like this. It could do this. As long as this is not broken, this is good. Of course, if it is somewhere here, then it's a trouble. New low will be a big trouble, right? Below this March low, we don't want. So as long as it's somewhere here, it's okay. So this is the limit. Otherwise, that's not good, right? So this red line. FTM is has done really well. That's why I'm focusing. But at this moment, the structure is broken. See, this is, you see this particular consolidation is broken, right? And this 3 weeks good attempt, but not able to regain. So now it's going down at this moment. However, this is the last chance, I would say. It should not go below, otherwise it will be in trouble. So this can still recover from here and go up like this and connect this to the green arrow ultimately. So this is still in the game. This is still in the game. But you can clearly see, I'm trying to highlight the importance of the level. So look at that. It's rejected from the support. Right? Rejected. Rejected. Nothing much to say. HMT rejected by R4. So previous resistance are still valid. Still valid. You see this was R6 valid, R5 valid, R4 valid. They are still valid. KCS came close, but you see again here on edge. KCS is one of the strongest, as you know. It's still near all-time high actually. It's not that deep compared to many other coins. It's still very high. Look at this one. You can say this is almost all-time high. I mean, it's not that far. This is one of the strongest coins. So I wouldn't say this is in trouble at this moment. I wouldn't say that. But we had to keep this line. For KCS, to me, this candle's low is important, which is around S2. This is important. If it closed below 14.5, then I would not be bullish. In that case, the chart would then, it will create a dome actually, something like this. I'm going to keep it like this. If, of course, if it breaks above required level, then this pattern will be invalidated. But what you will see here is very, very annoying. What is this? August? Oh, this is something like this in Q2 if it comes down. Yeah, something like this in this trajectory. But if it goes up, and of course this is obvious, but since I added, I must add this as well. This yellow arch won't happen if it breaks above the green level. Otherwise, it is going down in this direction. It's very important. It doesn't break below. And this is the critical level for KCS. So I hope this is clear. This is a little different, so I wanted to highlight. Interesting. KDA is gone. We should remove it. It's doing nothing. We tried here up to this R4. It's now below R, and now it's right on S2. There's nothing much. It's back on S2. So S2 was a lifeline. Like you see, defending so many weeks now. Hopefully, but this, I doubt it will be able to hold this time. But I should not assume. This is too much. Anyways, that's KDA. There's no opportunity at KDA. So here also a good example of pullback. You see, pullback failed, went down. Another pullback, but not high enough. So that's chain link. It's going down. So here, what I drawn actually, link is actually doing it. Link is ahead in if with regard to that pattern. You see, you can clearly see the dome structure. You see now how this outer edge is. In fact, you can extend all the way. Can I? Of course, why not? You see now. So what does it mean? It can complete this arch with the center line somewhere here, somewhere. It may, but definitely it is following this trajectory. Look at that. So sometimes this is a TA stuff, okay? Those who are TA interested in TA, it's not about one a straight line. It can be an arch, it can be a curve. These are visual patterns. You can draw another parallel line here. And it actually coincides with this one if you look at it. Very interesting. Okay, enough. Luna I highlighted on discovery, right? So it went up after required level was broken above, and then it also broke above the interim resistance. So it did everything well. It came very close to S R5 and then went down. Now this is S2. R4 is the next level, around 81, 83 kind of a range. I would say is the next support for this one. This is way, this is still on near all-time high. So this is still a best coin, one of the best coins. But I see some structural problem with Luna now. That's why. So the weakness was highlighted, but now it's not kind of broken yet. This is still, it can recover from here, even it's still, because it's still above required level. From a weekly trend point of view, as long as it's above required level, it doesn't send any red flag. Mm, because required level is the ultimate level, right? From a support point of view, also when it is above, so it becomes a key support. And of course, this is, should keep the yellow. It's still much higher than many of the coin are somewhere here. It's still here, so still it's in a great position. But what, you know what, the drawdown would be very high when it comes down from the top, when someone's buy here. That's a problem. That's why I had to highlight it, because when it is here, your stop loss would be nearby. But once if it is here, then your stop loss would be deeper, right? So that's why I'm more concerned about Luna, because it has gone up much higher than many of the coin. So the stop loss is pretty deep. Support is pretty deep. It's not. So I would say it has to break above 102 to be back in the game. 102, 103, 103 maybe a good level. 100. So unless and until you see 102, 103 kind of a range, let's forget this coin for now, and we'll wait for the bounce. Okay, at this moment it's going down, to simply put. Okay, and as the current recent low is the support, and then around 81, 80, 82 is the next support. Right, so let's keep that in mind, and then we'll see. But yeah, there's no opportunity at this moment. Okay, what is this? MANA. Not bad. Maybe I should draw from here. It's still, but yeah, it's definitely going down. So it got rejected from R6. This is R6. What else? Matic, the same thing happened. You see the attempt. This is a um, pull back attempt, but not quite able to get back into the channel. It failed to re-enter. It's now good. But as I say, for FTM, I would say the same. If this particular low is important, if this is not broken 1.35, it's still in the game. Where the pattern could be like that, in this case, it could go and recover fully and go above. So I don't think this is done unless and until this level is broken. Right, so this level to be kept in mind. Chromatic. Around 1.34 something, 1.3. Anyway, this candle's low. That's simpler. So this is still in the game. Same thing I would say. Maybe I'll read just a little. I'm not violating anything, but I think I can take little. Still not bad. And I would say this has also a chance to recover from here, provided it doesn't go down and break below this too. Same story. It is possible to for this coin also to go up like this, as long as this is maintained. Otherwise it goes down. RNDR, render coin is not doing anything. Same thing here. It it's still in a downside move, like it's still going down. Not enough. Sand, sand rejected by S1. So this is R4, R5. R5 rejected it, but supported by S2. So it's still in the game, still in the game. And as I said earlier, this also could go up, provided this is not broken. Otherwise, we'll look for the lower level like this, the previous one. This is probably R4. This is R5, R4. Look at this one, SKL. Look at this one. So it's rejected by the orange. So not quite nice move. This is what happened. Down touches this, make new low, touches this, could make new low, and so on. But this is still not out of the game. Though it was not, this is not out of the game, right? So I think as long as it's above 0.18, I would say, still it could go up and recover fully. But yeah, below this, it's not a good idea. Coming back to S2 is will put under pressure. Like then we can expect it to make a new low. SOL, look at this one. Tell me, 143, right? 143 was highlighted on Discovery. Remember, so everyone was excited. Why not? And we also highlighted opportunity. So it took off from S3, also cross S2, also almost there. But then I realized 143 is the level, and immediately shared with you, because over here it's impossible to say that there is any weakness. When you see this candle is even stronger, and this candle is even stronger, and saying here that it is going to react at 143 is kind of funny, because it's doesn't meet anything anyway. But here we are. So it's back to S2. This is not this is bad, but not deep enough. Coming back to 89, 88 would be bad, really bad. This moment it could recover from here on, up, even if up to 100, 98 kind of a fine, but below that, no. Yeah, so this is still not that bad, though this was, but anyways, you all had this knowledge. So if it's not that you're not aware, but yeah, this is a big drawdown for those who are not aware, because what happens, they realize late. Here it bounced, but they say, oh, it's just a bounce. But here, oh, there's something happening. And then when they see, they enter, and when they enter, they see this, and they are freaked out. Why not? Because this is 18% down, so 20% down. So that's what happens. But once they don't have, those who do not have technical information, TA stuff, they are really in trouble. Like I was even before TA, they're in trouble because this is not easy to understand. There's no fundamental playing here. Fundamentals is not telling us anything here. Where fundamental will never give you that it's going to react from 143. Okay, what else? VRA is not bad, but broke breaking below S2. So let's see how weekends, right? If it closes below S2, then that's not good. XRP, same story. Try to break above R1 not. So maybe this is not useful. Maybe I can remove because there's no value add here. There was a good momentum, that's why I kept, and also the legal case was kind of resolved, so I thought maybe it will have free path, free run, but no, no takers for XRP, unfortunately. So that ends our active list. Yeah, we'll keep focusing on BTC because that's going to drive everything. Right, that's going to be our focus area anyways. That's it then. This ends the altcoin analysis on a weekly time frame. Thank you everyone.